Hi there, welcome to my channel, crewvn.com.
Sun, Cactit B, trong buồng lai. This image shows various navigational and communication equipment found in a ship's bridge. The labeled parts correspond to the systems and devices used for communication, steering, and monitoring the vessel. Here's a breakdown of the components. Key components and their functions. First, the engine telegraph, or ĐÓNG is a device used to communicate orders from the bridge to the engine room, directing engine speed or stopping the engine. Next, the gyro pilot telemotor, or ĐÓNG ĐÓNG T is the system used to control the ship's course automatically using the gyro compass. The radar indicator, or HTT radar, is the screen or device showing information from the radar to monitor the surroundings and detect obstacles. There's also the magnetic compass, or Laban 2, which is a traditional compass that shows the direction relative to magnetic north, used for navigation. The steering wheel, or volang lai, is the wheel used by the crew to steer the vessel manually. Continuing, the voice tube or flying bridge, or ong noi suong bung mai, is a communication system that allows the bridge to communicate with different parts of the ship, such as the engine room. The clear view screen, or kangat nuk, is a screen wiper system used on the ship's windows to clear rain or spray for better visibility. The signal bell, or chong tin hiu, is a bell used to signal in various situations, such as signaling the start or end of maneuvers. The transmitter, telemotor, or bo truyen dong, is the transmitter used to communicate instructions, possibly controlling the ship's navigation systems. The captain, or thuyen truong, is the officer in charge of the ship's operation and navigation. The officer, or si quan lai, is a member of the crew in charge of steering and navigation. The quartermaster, or tui thu lai, AB, is the officer responsible for assisting the officer of the watch with navigation and maintaining a steady course. The indicator of log, or chithi tokdo tau, is a device used to measure and indicate the ship's speed through water. The scanner of radar, or boquet radar, is the radar scanner that sends and receives signals to detect objects around the ship. The waveguide, or ong dan hung, is a device used to direct radio waves, often found in radar systems. The wire of whistle, or decoy ho, is the whistle used to signal or communicate, usually for safety purposes. The windscreen, or tam changyo, is a screen to protect the crew from wind, ensuring better visibility and comfort on the bridge. The sextant, or saktan, is a navigational instrument used to measure the angle between celestial bodies and the horizon for determining the ship's position. And finally, the derrick post, or cot can, is a post used as part of the ship's derrick system to lift and move cargo or equipment. The ship's bridge is equipped with the necessary instruments for navigating and communicating. These devices help the captain and crew navigate safely, monitor the ship's environment, and ensure smooth operations of the ship. This image showcases several navigation and communication instruments used in ships, highlighting both traditional and modern technologies. Here's a breakdown of the components and their functions. So, let's talk about some of the key navigation instruments that have been vital for sailors throughout history. First up is the astrolabe. This tool is used for determining the altitude of celestial bodies, like the sun or stars, which helps in navigation by calculating the vessel's latitude. Next, there's the backstaff, which is an instrument used for measuring the angle between the horizon and a celestial object. It was, quite common before the sextant became more popular. Speaking of which, the sextant is another crucial navigational instrument. It's used to measure the angle between celestial bodies and the horizon, and it's essential for determining both latitude and longitude while at sea. Now let's not forget about the shade. This component is used to reduce the intensity of light, usually in instruments like the sextant, so you can get more accurate readings. The index arm is a part of the sextant that moves along the arc to measure angles precisely. There's also the index mirror, which is a mirror in the sextant that reflects the image of the celestial body onto the horizon scale. The horizontal glass, another part of the sextant or similar instruments, helps with adjusting the angle measurement. A telescope is also used, mainly to magnify distant objects, which is pretty important for aiming accurately at celestial bodies. Then there's the Decker Navigator, a long-range navigation system that uses a network of transmitters to determine the vessel's position. The micrometer is an instrument used to measure really small distances very accurately, and you'll often find it in navigation tools to fine-tune measurements. Finally, the tangent screw is used for adjusting and fine-tuning instruments like a sextant or compass, making sure everything is set just right. Moving on to modern navigation and communication devices, let's start with LORAN. This is a long-range navigation system that determines the ship's position using signals from fixed transmitters. It's often used as an alternative to GPS, especially in areas where satellite reception isn't so great. The receiver indicator is a device that receives and displays signals, helping to determine the ship's location based on transmitted data. There's also the signal matching indicator, which is used to confirm the matching of signals, typically for navigational purposes. Another important device is the small type of radar indicator. This is a compact radar system used for monitoring nearby objects and obstacles, which really helps with navigation and avoiding collisions. Lastly, the direction finder is a tool used for determining the direction of signals. It's commonly used for locating radio transmission sources or aiding in maritime navigation. All these instruments, whether they're historical like the astrolabe or modern like radar and LORAN systems, are absolutely integral to a ship's navigation, ensuring safe and accurate travel across the seas.